Hola, welcome back to our channel. We are shortly packing up to move to our new apartment, and in this week's video we're going to share with you our journey as we hunt for a long-term rental apartment here in Spain. We have got a few appointments booked in, and we're going to take you along with us and just show you what you can get out here in Spain, what the prices are like, and how to search if you're coming out here, how to search yourself, what places to look. And we really hope this will help you in your search for a rental if you're thinking of moving out here to Spain. Come along with us for the journey. So the Britnells are on the move again. So we're packing up today and leaving our apartment where we've been for 40 days. Sadly, we can't stop any longer. It is a short-term rental and they've got someone coming in. So yeah, we're gonna have to move out, which is quite sad because we've really loved it here. It's so close to all the amenities. It's a fabulous location. It's a beautiful apartment, although a little bit small. It's been fine for what we've needed it for. So sadly we're moving on again today, so it's time to pack up the suitcases and the rucksacks and move to another apartment which is in between Benalmádena and Torremolinos. And once we get there I'll sort of show you around the apartment. It's another 2-bed apartment. It's a little bit out of the way, but there wasn't a lot of choice at the moment, and I think with there wasn't a lot of choice of apartments, and we have booked this for a month, so hopefully we'll like it when we get there. But yeah, I'll show you our suitcases. This is how we travel. Basically we've packed up everything in the UK and we've compressed it down to 3 suitcases and 3 rucksacks. It's literally everything we own. So these are the 3 suitcases ready to go, packed up. I'm just finishing packing up all the rucksacks, and then we'll be getting an Uber. It's not too far, but obviously it's too far to walk with 3 suitcases and 3 rucksacks. So yeah, all ready to move again. So this is a quick tour of the apartment we're staying in at the moment. We're staying here for 1 month, and hopefully in that time we're going to be able to find a long-term rental. So this is in El Pinillo, which is in between Benalmádena and Fuengirola, and it's a 2-bed apartment. It's a hallway and then the kitchen. We've got oven, dishwasher. And then there's another bit here which is like an outside bit, washing machine. You can dry your clothes there. There's a little table and chairs. And then back out into here. This is the main living room. This is where we all are working from as digital nomads. John there working away, and that's Alfie's little setup there. And then you've got the usual layout in these apartments: settee, TV, and then out onto the balcony. So this is quite a nice balcony, to be fair. It's quite spacious. There's the pool, view of the mountains, and then the sea just over there, and then you've got a little area here where you can just sit and relax in the sun. You've got blinds there if you need them when it gets too sunny. And then just back into the living room. You okay, John?
I am.
You busy?
As always.
And then the hallway. Here is our bedroom. Quite a nice size, big bed. Loads of wardrobe space. And then here is the bathroom, shower, bidet and toilet. And then this is Alfie's bedroom. It's quite a cosy room. Again, loads of wardrobe space. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I think this is our 6th place we've stayed at since being here. So yeah, we'll be really ready to settle down in a long-term rental because it's a lot of moving around. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the tour. So today we're off doing another house visit for a long-term rental. We've just left where we're staying short-term in El Pinillo, and we've arrived in Torreblanca, which is an area we know quite well because our friends live here. We've got about an 11-minute walk to get there, and we'll show you some things along the way. So John, how are you feeling about the house process so far, as in trying to find a long-term rental here in this part of Spain?
Yeah, you've got to be quick off the mark. What we have found is when you're booking appointments, you're ready to go, and then suddenly they can end up cancelling on you because somebody's already beat you to obviously renting it. So the market moves fast here. They ask for a lot of details, they ask for a lot of paperwork, you've got to show all your wage slips, you know, so, and they do ask for a lot of deposits as well. So it can be difficult, but you have to be prepared to search around, have a look at as many houses and flats or apartments as you can, and sometimes you've got to take the chance and actually put a deposit on something the day you go and see it.
So here we are, first impression, not great, but you never know what's inside these apartments. So it's on the road, it's in a good location. Entrance, bus stop just there, the sea is just there. Yeah, we'll see if we can get some footage of inside the apartment. So bedroom 1, twin beds and wardrobe space. Good size. And out into the corridor, and bedroom 2. Again, good size. You could fit a double bed in here if you needed to for guests. Yeah, good size. Then there is a bathroom. Main bathroom, and then there is the ensuite with a bath and shower. That leads into the master bedroom. Again, a big room. It's hard to tell from a video, but it is a big room with wardrobes, king size bed, quite nice and bright and airy. Coming back out into the corridor.
Because this is a big house, normally more power.
Here's the kitchen. Space for a table and chairs. Good appliances. Microwave, oven, dishwasher. Now we did speculate we wanted to be near to the train line. And I think you could definitely say this is close to the train line. It's actually on the train line. However, it has got double windows, so you don't get any noise. So it's got one set of windows, it's got shutters, and then another set of windows. Good size. This is the hallway, and then this is the living space. Really big room. Dining table. Huge settee. TV, cupboards. Show him. Again, another big space which would work as an office. There's some furniture. All of this glass opens up. Yeah. And you've got a view of the sea and the beach.
No, Derby, near Nottingham, in the centre of England.
Just sound a little bit noisy, but that's because the windows are open. If you want, you can open all of the windows in here. And then there's a pool area there.
I was in India on business.
Yeah, this is a big space.
They said, "You want me to stay?" I was like,
I understand you. I understand.
So after leaving the apartment, we decided to walk the 10 minutes down to the beachfront and just stop and have a little drink. So this apartment is in a fantastic location. You can wander along the beach here. The promenade goes all the way along to Fuengirola, and it's a lovely place just to sit in the sun and enjoy the day. As this day was Valentine's Day, we decided to stop at a beautiful seafood restaurant and have something to eat and drink. So now we're going to look at another long-term rental, which is actually a house, but it's a long walk from the train station. We're literally going up into the mountains. There's the motorway, the A7. There's Mijas Pueblo at the top. Yeah, this is a long way out. It better be worth it when we get there. So we finally made it. I believe it's this house here. We're just waiting for a person to come and show us around. It's quite pretty. This is the street it's on. A residential street with other houses. The only problem is it's a long walk from the train station. But it does look nice. So this long-term rental is actually a house, and they are asking for €1,400 a month. However, the agent has said that we can get it for €1,300 a month. It's quite a spacious house. It's over 3 floors, but the problem with it was, as you saw earlier, it was quite a long way out. It's somewhere where I would say you definitely need a car, and at the moment that's not something we wanted to do. We want to make use of the great transport links around here. It has a fairly large kitchen. It's a little bit dated, but that's fine. It's got everything we would need there. Got washer, dishwasher, oven. It's got this outdoor space, a little terrace area. just heading upstairs to the second floor. Again, quite a nice bright landing. There are 3 bedrooms in this property. So just heading up to the 3rd floor now, and up here you will find an outdoor terrace. This is a really nice space. There's some chairs set up out there, and so you can just go out and just sit and take advantage of the beautiful sunshine. And the views of the surrounding area up here are absolutely stunning. You've got the mountain views all around the property. Hola! It's another day of house hunting today, and we're heading into Benalmádena. We're going to look at one house which is at the top, up at Arroyo, and we're going to view another house that we've already been to previously, so it'll be our second visit. And that is in Benalmádena again, but that's sort of located in the centre, so I'm out of breath. So we're just heading to the train station, and then we're gonna head on up to the first house. So I'll try and get to video some of it, but I'm not sure if somebody's actually living in it at the moment, so but I will try and just see if I can get a little bit of video footage. So yeah, see you later. So this is the location of the first house that we're visiting today. I believe it's one of these here. We're just waiting for the owner to come. It's at the top of Benalmádena, so it's just up from where the cable cars are. Yeah, it's a really good location. It's just like so it's just like 5 minutes that way to the train station, and then the beach is down here. The beach is just, you can't see it from here, but the sea and the beach is just down there, and then it's going to be, once we can get in, one of these properties here. I'm just walking down to the front of the house. Now unfortunately I'm not able to film inside the house as there's a family living in there currently, and it wouldn't be fair for me to then start filming with all their personal belongings and things in there. So I'm just going to show you the grounds a little bit. So this apartment was actually €2,000 a month, which after seeing it, no, I don't think it's worth it. It needed a lot of redecorating, which they said they were going to do before we moved in. It also didn't have any air conditioning at all, which is going to be an absolute nightmare come the summer. So we don't think this house is for us. The communal area was really nice. We've got some nice gardens and a nice pool area as well. You've also got some steps that lead you down to the road that goes down to the beach, so it's in quite a good location. So I just thought I'd just come on and show you how we have been searching for a long-term rental out here in Spain. So we've been using this company called Idealista. Majority of the time it's good, but you just have to be a little bit careful because you can get scammers on there as well. So depending on whether you're buying or renting, so we're currently renting at the moment. And then you can search in Spain, so you can either draw on the map, so you can literally go in and then just choose the area you want to, or you can actually put the area in. So say we was to put in Malaga, and then search, it come up with all the different areas. So for example, if we were going to put in Malaga Centro, and then it comes up with, just click on rent, and then it comes up with everything that's a rent at the moment. Now there's filters here as well, so you can search by property type, so rooms, offices, land. What we usually do is we search by home. You can put in here long-term residential because that's what we're currently wanting to do. There's also an option for short-term residential. Also here's the price. You can put in a minimum maximum price per month and size. So we've been really looking for something that is above 8 square meters. So if we put some edits in here, then here you will see houses, flats, penthouses, apartments. So if we put in apartments, not bringing anything up on there, don't know why. Then we put in flats, and then everything that is available is on here. So basically you need to scroll through. So sometimes, although you've put long-term rental, sometimes it does actually bring up short-term rentals as well. So you can also put in here in the filters, we just scroll down, how many bedrooms. So we were looking for 2, but it will bring up 2+. How many bathrooms? Again, we were looking for 2, so we put it in and it brings up 2+. And then you can also filter it down as well to air conditioning, wardrobes, balconies, that kind of thing. So as you can see, it's given us a list of different places and then monthly rentals. So it's a good way to start. And when you do get into this page, say you saw one that you're interested in, let's just click on this one. Obviously you can view all the photos and everything in there, and usually it will also say who is renting the property. And so either you can send a request through to the advertiser if you set up a profile in Idealista, and go directly through Idealista, or once you find the person that is actually renting the apartment or the company that are renting the apartment, you can also go through them direct. So I tend to send a message, and then if I've not heard anything, then I will follow it up again, just with a message to the actual person. It says here, there's a professional advertiser, and that's the person's name there. Or you can contact via chat. You just put in your details and it will direct a message over to them. So we have been to see quite a few properties through Idealista, and to be fair, most of what we've seen has been genuine, so we've not come across any that haven't been genuine up to now. Just to note that if you do see something on there, it's probably best to check every day, because as soon as they go on, there can be 20-30 people all waiting to view the same property. So I'd say keep refreshing it every day and just checking. But yeah, that's how we have been looking for a property out here in Spain. So we just wanted to talk a little bit about the housing crisis out here in Spain at the moment, and how we found the situation trying to find a long-term rental. So you've probably seen on the news that there is a problem here in Spain, and this is, the Spanish residents are up in arms, and this is down to the situation whereby there's hardly any long-term rents at the moment.
Well, not many at all, is it?
Basically, especially along the coast. Obviously it's different if you go inland, but along the coast it's a lot of short-term lets, because obviously the landlords can get more money by renting it out on short-term. Throughout the summer they can charge a higher premium, but this means there's a lack of housing for not only the Spanish residents but also anyone that's coming in on a digital nomad visa as well. So what are your thoughts about it, John?
Well, you can see why the Spanish residents are up in arms about it, because we've struggled. Prices are quite high in the areas we've been looking for, and if we think they're quite high, they must be really high for the Spanish income over here. So it's not impossible. Like Rachel said, if you go inland, you can find more properties, a lot cheaper, a lot more affordable. Obviously, for the first year at least, we want to be on that train line near the sea, which is obviously always going to cost more. But it's not impossible. There's lots of websites out there you can look at, Idealista and others. And then you can obviously dig around and find out who's renting these, and then you can make contact with them directly. And you'll generally find then they look after more than one property.
So would you say our experience so far, we came out here with a budget in mind of what we wanted to spend? However, I think we've had to up that budget. Would you agree that it's a lot more expensive than what we were expecting when we first arrived here? Yeah,
whatever your budget is, add 50% is generally what you're thinking, especially around this area.
And there's also opportunities to negotiate on the rental. We have come across a few properties that haven't gone as quick as they'd liked, and they said they're open to negotiations. But I do think they're putting them in at the top end.
Yeah.
And anyone that's obviously getting desperate for housing, which a lot of people are, then they're willing to pay that top end. And you've also got to consider that every house that you go to see, there's probably another 20 people in line wanting to see it as well. Yeah. So it can become a bit of a bidding war, which then again pushes the price up. So we have had to go higher than we initially wanted to. Yeah. And we have looked at some real top budget ones and some sort of middle of the road ones.
Middle of the range. The problem is you either get really high end budget or the lower end budget, which is a 1-bedroom apartment, which obviously we can't have. There's not a lot in between, basically.
It's, I think 2 bedrooms are really hard to find.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier to find 3.
Unless you want to live in a really small place. So we have looked at a few smaller places, but obviously I've explained before, we're all digital now, as we're all working from home, so I just don't think that's gonna really work for us. No. So we've started our search on Idealista.
We did, yeah.
And with that, I think it's best just to kind of narrow down, because what's happened with us is we've gone out too far. We've got a little bit stressed out by it.
Yeah, pick your areas first before you start looking.
Yeah, I think we've gone too far trying to find the perfect property and not just focusing on that particular area you want to be in, especially here along the coast. So Idealista, we found, is one of the best ones to use.
It's got the most properties on there, but again, you can think you found 50 properties in one area, but 45 of them are just 3 months out of season.
Got to really look at them. And through Idealista, we've then contacted the agents that are showing these properties on there, and we've kind of built relationships with a few of the agents on there. And I think that's a really good way to not only, if you don't get that property, but then they will obviously look out for other properties that are coming up at the time as well. Yeah. So we've been quite lucky there. So I think that's really good if you do reach out to them. A lot of it is WhatsApp messages. So they'll just say, oh, send me a WhatsApp, and then just kind of communicate that way. There's not really many phone calls. It's more sort of arranged through WhatsApp. So yeah, there is a big problem out here. Also, a lot of the apartments here are second homes. So people that have bought another property and using it as a holiday home for when they come out, they're not letting it out at all during the time they're not here, and the shutters are down. And
there is so many properties empty, and that could be Spanish people obviously having a second home, or it could be Americans, it could be English that obviously buying up all these homes, pushing the price up, not using it for more than a few months a year, and it's, you know, it's leading to a shortage on house stock. It's as simple as that. Something has to be done, especially for the locals that actually live in Spain.
And I think in Barcelona they've already said they're putting a cap on any new properties being bought for holiday lets.
Well, there's the 10,000 I think that are going to vanish in the next few years in that city.
And I know Malaga are looking at something very similar to put in place here. So they're looking at putting a cap on companies basically buying up a lot of properties and then just short-term renting them because they know they can get big money for it. And then obviously there's a lack of housing for the Spanish people. And for anyone that's wanting to come and work and pay their taxes and live out here in this country. Yeah,
and of course that will lead to more expensive holidays, but something's got to happen, and it has to happen soon.
So when you do find a property that you want to go and view, you make that arrangement with the agent and they will meet you there. They won't send you the address until usually on the actual day of the viewing.
No.
And then you just go along and meet the agent at the address and they'll be there to show you around. Now sometimes the owner of the property is there as well, so on a couple of occasions...
That's better.
Yeah, because they can actually see them, because usually what happens is the agent will show you around. They usually get a fee for showing you around and for renting the property out for the owner, but the owner has the final decision. So more often than not, there could be 20 people looking at a house, and then all the propositions will go to the owner, and the owner will then decide, after looking through all the financial details to make sure that you can afford to do it. The owner will then decide who he's going to let it out to. So yeah, we have been to a few where the owner has been there, and that's really nice because then they can get to see you,
get to meet you, and then you get on with them.
It's more personal. You can have a chat with them in our limited Spanish. And so when you have found a property that you like, the options there are, you would usually go into a group of people that are looking at the property. You will then provide your financial details to them.
Yeah, and then it's potluck.
Just fingers crossed if it's something you really, really want that you're going to get it. But then what's happening at the moment is, if you do find a property that you like, then you are required to put down a month's deposit.
A month's deposit, well, 1 month's deposit, well, to secure it, because obviously they're not always available the next week, it could be the next month or so. So you've got to put a month's deposit down to secure the property. Then when you go and sign the contract, it's another month's deposit down on the day you sign your contract. And then on the day you move in and get the keys, it's a month's rent. That's the average. There is other companies out there or landlords that will ask for more, and they shouldn't be doing really. But yeah, so generally, whatever you find, you'll be paying 3 months before you even move into the place.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that it's hard for them not to be able to charge that, because there is such a demand for it. And so they can charge that, and if you're not happy about that, then the next person in the line will pay it basically, won't they?
Yeah. So you've got a budget when you're doing long-term rental. 3 months or whatever you're looking at is what it's going to cost you before you even get the keys.
So for our situation, our requirements have been the following. We are looking for either a house or an apartment with a minimum of 2 bedrooms. Now, since looking at some of the apartments that are small, it was suggested that we look for 3 bedrooms, because then we've got that 3rd bedroom we could use as office space. So that is a little bit of an option. We've also got quite used to having 2 bathrooms. So
you have.
And that's really, really nice, because in Spain it's very common to have 2 bathrooms.
In most places you stay at short term or long term, they've usually got 2 bathrooms.
Most 2 bedroom properties come with 2 bathrooms, and so we it's not
needed, is it?
It's not a necessity. However, it would be really nice, because we have got kind of used to that. We're also looking for something that is along, we've decided it's got to be along this coastline, it's got to be along the train line in between
Malaga.
Sort of I'd say, well, we did go out to Malaga, but then we decided to come back in a little bit. So,
there's some areas.
so I'd say from Torremolinos to Fuengirola, we've narrowed our search down to that area. So far, you'll have seen on the previous video a couple of properties that we went to. So I'm just going to do a list of what we've actually been to and what we thought about each one.
Yeah, okay.
So the first one we went to was an apartment in Torreblanca, and that was the one that was on in my previous video. It was €1,200 a month.
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't work. Didn't fit.
It was very outdated. It was small.
Yeah.
So what would you say the square footage of it was?
75 maybe.
And there was just, even though the area was really good, I just don't think there was enough space for us as a family.
Wouldn't have worked there.
We then went to see another apartment in Fuengirola, which I personally fell in love with. Again, you'll have seen that in a previous video, and that had 2 bedrooms. It was a very modern apartment. In fact, it was a brand new building.
Inside,
And it had the swimming pool, it had the gym, it had the co-working space, it had a cinema. What else did it have?
Everything basically.
Steam rooms, sauna, everything. And I literally fell in love with that place. And we wanted that place. Now that place was €1,900 a month, which was more than we wanted to spend. And the situation there was our visa hadn't come through in time, so we couldn't actually put a deposit down on it, or because it was a non-refundable deposit, we couldn't take that risk at that point in time. So we decided we'd just wait, and if it was still there, then obviously it was meant to be. But
it's not now, is it?
Fortunately, it's gone.
No.
We went to see a cottage-style house in Benalmádena, which is another one that we've fallen in love with, and we'll update you on that. That's £1,500, €1,500 a month.
A month, 10 minutes to the beach, 10 minutes to the train station, 150 square metres, and even though it's quite traditional house, it's done to a very high standard.
Yeah, very nice decor, 2 bedrooms, big bedrooms. It's got a front garden and back garden. It's got a communal space with a pool in there, but we'll speak a little bit more about that. We've also been to see a house in Mijas, which was a villa that was a shared house. So basically you had the apartment underneath and the owners lived in the apartment at the top. That was €1,500,
including all the bills,
including all your bills and everything. So it wasn't the right location for us. It was in the middle of nowhere.
And it was a bit strange. The owners.
We didn't like the fact that the owners lived in the property above. So we just felt it wasn't very private. So we said no to that one. What else did we have?
Went to see an apartment in
Malaga.
In Malaga, that was a 4-bedroom apartment, wasn't it? 4 bedrooms.
It was.
That was quite big.
That was €1,650.
Yeah.
€1,650. It was big. It was a bit dark for me. It was on a street where it was some really big trees, so you didn't. And our balcony was at the front of the road, and you didn't get any natural light.
There wasn't a lot to the apartment. Yes, it was big. It had 4 bedrooms. It had 2 bathrooms. It had a shared pool.
It just didn't
But it was all a little bit wrong. And also, where it was, the area was nice. But when you wanted to go to the nearest train station, as you walked through the streets, the areas got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, you had to walk a bit of a dodge, but we did have tears that night. So that was at the point where we were just like, we've got to choose something now, because otherwise we're going to have nothing.
But we didn't choose that one, did we?
So that was like feeling a little bit of pressure. There was tears that night. However, we've decided against it. It's not for us. And then we also saw a house in Torremolinos. I can't say it. And that was a 3-bedroom house, beautiful house. I'll drop a photo in of that house.
Really nice.
Really nice house, but again a little bit out of the way, because our plan here is we're going to be along the coast, is to be within good transport links, so we haven't have to buy a car. This was top end of the budget, was €2,000, €2,000.
It wasn't a bad walk to the train station.
There was just nothing around it.
You walk down to the front and it was like no people forgot to build anything.
Yeah, it was
So,
very
there's nothing
isolated. So we've said no to that one. Then we've also been to
Another apartment in near Fangarola last Friday. Torreblanca again, that biggish apartment.
Torreblanca. Yeah, we've been to an apartment then that I really liked that apartment.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was a 3-bedroom. It got lots of space. The living space was huge,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
big
Massive balcony.
Overseeing the sea.
Yeah,
literally.
sea view, beach view, right near the train station. Ticked all the boxes. That was how much?
1700
€1,700 a month. And now you can see prices is a lot more than we all came out here expecting to pay.
Yeah.
Our budget when we came out was €1,200, but I think we've realised that.
You're not getting anything decent for €1,200 on the front.
No.
Not now. Not now. 5 years ago, yes, with ease, but not now.
We also went to see another apartment in Torremolinos. Again, a little bit too small for us, but a really nice location, a really nice view. So yeah, we've been to see a lot of properties, and we need to make a decision. We think we've found the one we really like, and we've been and met the owners. We've had a tour of the house, and we're just kind of keeping our fingers crossed now to see what the situation will be, and hopefully by the end of this video we'll be able to update you with the news from that, and hopefully it'll be good news. But yeah, that's our experience so far of finding a long-term rental here in Spain. If you've done the same, or if you've got any tips or advice or any questions, then please leave us a comment below. And we hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and we hope we've given you lots of ideas if you're thinking about doing the same kind of thing in Spain as a digital nomad. Please feel free to get in touch. We can answer any comments that you've got about it, and we hope you're enjoying our experience along the way and how we are finding things out here in Spain.
Adios.